Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. Now, in today's video, finally going to be trying out the #1 team in order to counter the brand new First King. If you guys, have these units now, granted, Omega Rugal and Kyo are both exclusive units due to the fact they are collaboration characters. However, we did just have the King of Fighters rerun, so if you had both those characters, you are in luck. Now, the main two kind of advocates for countering King are this Omega Rugal and the Blue True Seeker Merlin. Those are your best friends when it comes to countering. If you don't have, let's say, Kyo, by all means you can use like a Green Helm Gotha. Same with the Zeldris in the back, you can also substitute him. But these are our two main guys. Granted, you also don't have to use the two of them on the same team. It helps out, to say the least. But now, if you guys don't know what the Omega Rugal does, his first card here is why we're going to kind of be using him. The Triple Pierce card, the infamous, extremely old meta card. This card just absolutely tears through shields. It absolutely blitzes through them. You'll see even like 1-star cards, especially if you have like a Lilia support next to him, or you have proactive passive, easy wipes on the shield there. Now, if you guys don't know what his passive is, a really good passive in all honesty. Removes heroes debuffs, fully heals the HP, and increases all stats by 15% when the hero survives with a 50% HP or less, and that only happens once. And also the Holy Relic is probably the biggest buff from all the King of Fighters characters when it comes to his Holy Relic. When hit by an enemy's skill, the hero's pierce rate increases by 10%, and that limits up to 5 times. So he doesn't have to be hit per se. Let's say if he has a shield in front of him, this still, comes into play. You can still see he has the Holy Relic thing go above his head. Now, quickly jumping over to the equipment here, we will be using the attack and defense. No point using crit on him. He has one of the worst crit chances in the game. And jumping over to the closet, we have all the costumes, to say the least. And jumping over to the Merlin here, why would you use this Merlin? Now, not only does she have an extremely strong Flood single target card, the same as Escanor, and the Dissolve AoE, not the greatest card. I mean, it's still really good in this meta, in any meta pretty much, but her passive now, if the hero uses 2 skills during the ally's turn, applies an effect on all enemies which disables attack for 1 turn. And if you use 3 skills, you also get the alt gauge removal prevention for 2 turns. But the only reason this is so good is in today's day and age, no one uses cleanse units, and getting attack disable off usually is a pretty hard thing, because let's say you do it, you have to deal damage to King in order to actually get the attack disable off. This Merlin does it via her passive, so you can just attack into the shield and that attack disable will still apply, which is great. Now, once again, we'll jump over to the equipment. We're running the attack and crit damage set. Really strong unit. She can actually hit harder than Escanor, and I believe she's still missing a 5th weapon. Yeah, she hits harder than my Escanor, and she's missing a 5th weapon, and my Escanor is like fully built out as well. So this is the team we're going to be using today. Just due to the fact that we haven't got the highest CC in the world, I might actually switch to the dodge food as well, just to start this one off, just in case worst comes to worst and we do verse some blubbery whales. But yeah, let's jump right into it. Here we go, and let's see our first opponent, and here he is, the infamous King, and we are actually out CCing as well, which is real nice. What do we want to go for? I mean, easily our best option. I do believe even if he has the evade food, just due to the fact we're still attacking, it's not off damages, like, hits landed or anything, we'll chuck out these 2 cards, hopefully, proc the evade food with the AoE there. No evade food, which is nice, and there you have it. Attack disables out, and there is nothing he can do about it. And as you can see, even when we're just throwing out the Pierce card from Rugal, the damage from it is still so goddamn good. I mean, this match is pretty much wrapped up just like that. However, if the opponent does go first and he can get the shield off, it is a little more of like, a difficult situation. It's not just an instant win, but I mean, pretty much everyone you verse nowadays is going to be running this King team or some variant of it. And usually when using some of these more, like heavy counter teams that are not just, less built up of meta units, but more just units to counter what is good at the moment, you can run in some issues with, versing other teams. But this team does a fairly good job all around. Like, it is a fairly bursty team. Granted, you haven't got a crazy amount of protection, so going up against Barn can be a little scary, but I mean, the Kyo and True Seeker Merlin duo should help you out quite a bit there. There's no cleanse, so you can of course get the attack disable out, and if you wait out the turns for long enough and you can get those ignites built up, Merlin can easily get some nice one-shots with that Flood card. As well, her ultimate is definitely one of the best ultimates in the game. I probably should have run over that one. Basically, it's I think before the ultimate applies, you get a 30% decrease to all HP related stats, so really strong, and that lasts for like the whole turn, maybe even 2 if I'm not mistaken, so you can pretty much just spam ultimates in those 2 turns and just wipe everyone. But easy match. We're gonna jump on to the next one. Second opponent and a King. Yeah, this is probably going to be the team you're going to be seeing the most. King Kyo is just so goddamn strong at this point in time, and same situation, we can chuck off these cards even if he has the evade food. no worries, we can still get the attack disable off and we will be fine. It's just, this True Seeker Melon, ever since her release, has been such an underrated character. And granted, you can go with the attack and defense food for that little bit of extra CC. As you can tell there, just with how crazy some of the substats are on these newer units, as you saw when we tacked into King there with the Flood single target, we got absolutely no crits. Granted, if you do get the crits, they can be some nasty damage, especially when throwing off the ultimate. You can hit some real high numbers on some of those weaker characters, but I don't know. I do, of course, have a HP defense set and an attack and crit damage set for Melon, so I can swap between it whenever I like. It's up to you what you want to build. I mean, even if you build a HP defense and just keep her alive for the passive, literally anything works for this Melon. And then due to the fact you have a HP defense set, you can also use her in association even better than you would if she wasn't. So you can really build her however you want. However, when it comes to Rugal, would definitely recommend the attack and defense. Also, I've had this mouse for absolutely ages. It's the Razer Death Adder 2, I think it's called. And there's this little thumb grip on the inside of it. And as of recent, it started peeling off. I've probably had this mouse for over 2 years easily. And it started peeling off, and it is so gross, the kind of sticky crap inside of it. And it just keeps starting off with just my thumb resting on it. And I'm in desperate need of a new mouse. So, I mean, also along with the face cam and whatnot, another upgrade that's going to happen to the PC. But as you can see here, I mean, granted, this team does have the cleanse, which can kind of help him out there. In saying that though, that is another card is used. So if you were to say cleanse, rank up King, and then AoE, we still have our evasion food effect there. So we'd still be fine. So it's really not much you have to worry about. They're just with everything, it's such a good team. If you were probably to try and climb the top 100, I'd say this and probably the King Lilia Omega Rugal team and the King Kyogre team are probably your best teams to run. That as well, probably the I think they got second in PvP at the moment. They used a King and the Suicide Elizabeth, or if you wanted to run a Suicide Faranjan team, I'm sure either of them would work. Using that as well, because in the meta, just AoE units have become so look at the 3 strongest units in the game: Margaret, Barn, and King. They're all just extremely OP AoE, just wiping units. So come up against anything like that and you're pretty much safe. They just straight up can't throw out attack cards. And if your Elizabeth and Frodron are low enough, even those side units like the Excalibur Arthur just straight up can't attack, because even their charge cards will end up killing the unit. So I don't know. I feel that's a real good idea. It's unfortunate there isn't any top 100 rewards out at the moment to get it's not something I participate. I don't think I've actually ever participated in the top 100, but definitely something I'd like to get into. I'd like to try and get myself the Gil Thunder and I forget the Gil Thunder and the Hellbrum, but I don't think those come back anytime soon, or at least they don't roll around. So unfortunately I missed out on those. If they ever do, I'll try and keep in mind that they're there, and we can maybe do a little series where see how high I can get up in top 100. But we'll throw these 2 ultimates off here. Hopefully, I don't know what level our True Seeker Melon is, but I'm going to throw this off. Hopefully he survives this and we can show off the Omega Rugal ultimate as well. And look at that, perfect there. Both of them are such cool animations, and the Rugal costume as well is absolutely sick with the Holy Relic. And a King, this is probably, in all honesty, I love Ludocell as a unit so much. Ludocell and the Margaret Ludocell are just super fun as it is. This is probably my favorite team. Any chance I'd get to use Ludocell is just great. He's I think it was the final unit I summoned on before I started spending money in the game, which is funny to think because he's a unit where you want to spend as much money as possible, but I'd saved up for so long and there was just no way. I had all the cosmetic upgrades, I had all the gems, I bought all the costumes, had 15% gear already made for him in advance, and yikes, that hurt there. We'll go, let's see, I mean, as you can see, I feel as long as you don't just have everyone die in one hit, we will be good. I'm going to chuck out this. There's no way he has 310,000 CC without CC food, right? And I mean, the fact he's using Ludo kind of solidifies that fact as well. Look at that. That was a strong attack. That was the one that ignores defense, the stronger King Awe. And you can see there, it's still just easy one tap with the Omega Rugal card. Granted, he did have the passive proc, so he did get a lot of extra pierce, but even so, you can pretty much just break it with the Dissolve card here from Melon. It can do the rest of the damage, but look at that. I'm guessing that's a level 2 rank up, or there you go, level 2 Pumpkin Bomb. Yeah, look. This team is so good. If you have these units, I would 100% recommend giving this a try. We'll go one. Do I want to? I think I might just throw this out just to make sure King dies, and we'll chuck out another one there just to get that attack disable off again. It's so goddamn good. I cannot stress it enough. It's such a fun team. They're definitely a team I'd want to use if I were to say do live streams, which I am still working on. I wouldn't expect it anytime soon though. The face cam is probably like more of a top priority at the moment. Probably within the next couple of weeks, I'd say. You guys will be seeing that one, and a barn in the back. I still have to do two showcases with this barn. One showing off this costume here, and the other one showing off his like kind of formal one where he's in like tuxedo and whatnot. Also have to do showcases with like the Meliodas, and I think JP's got the Gotha costume as well, if I'm not mistaken, from one of their more recent events. And look at that. I mean, another turn goes by, we get another 2 Merlin cards, and we can just attack, disable him again. If you get this kind of card RNG, it is unbeatable. I would say worst kind of things to verse is stuff. What would I say is the worst? I mean, you don't have to worry about Jack of Black Gotha. Probably Elizabeth could be really painful. Having that shield and whatnot's really annoying, being able to stun certain characters as well. Nothing really comes to mind. Granted, it is like I said before, the Barn team could do a real good job of beating it, just due to the fact that you can just out survive good card RNG with the gift card. Other than that, nothing comes to mind. In saying that, there could very well be a team that I'm just not thinking of at this point in time and could absolutely mop it. I mean, these past 2 videos, I think it is, we've lost to the full Archangel team, which is a team I like to, diss on a lot and say it's bad, but we've just been getting flogged as of recent. And let's see it, final opponent, a Escanor Margaret team, and we are getting out CC, so it looks to be a real player. I think I've pretty much wrapped up everything I want to talk about in this video, where probably tomorrow's video is probably going to be another one of those, full name rules, so do expect that one. I'm not too sure what I'm going to use or what team we're going to be using yet here. Guess there's the evasion through there. Him having that Breath of Bless as well, and the fact he held onto it is real annoying. I might see if I can even get rid of Margaret right here. That would be nice. Throwing that one, I just don't think we have enough damage in general. Like, getting a 1-turn KO on her is almost impossible. Hold on. Just shy as well. I reckon if I was like more whaled out and had like maxed out costumes for the Merlin and Rugal, we definitely could have finished that off there. I mean, both their attack rolls as well are pretty lousy, so if they were 15%, that could have been an easy turn 1 KO, or if we just even had the extra ignites from the Kyo Holy Relic on the Margaret there. If you guys are wondering why Kyo's taking so much damage, it's because he's on an attack crit damage set, and before you laugh at me and say, why is he on attack crit damage set? I made it when he originally came out. At the time, attack crit damage was good on him, so there's my reasoning behind that. I know that's no excuse. I should definitely make him a HP defense set. It was either between that or the Fest Zeldris, which just came to the front. I had attack crit damage sets for both of them. The reason I had one for Zeldris is when the red Zeldris and blue Zeldris came out, I was obviously using that set. And I figured, why not? If I'm going to make a HP defense set for either of them, there's obviously going to be more Zeldrises in future, so I'll do it for Zeldris. And there's my reasoning behind it. I do have quite a few UR gear stones, and next week we only have 1 unit coming out, which I still have to make UR gear for. I think I actually did it last night. I made the UR gear for the Awakened Lily, an attack crit damage set at least. We already have the HP defense. So yeah, I'll probably end up making that for him within like the next couple of days. Let's see though, shield going up on the Rugal. Can we kill it? I think this is actually going to be our first loss of the video as well. I haven't really been keeping track of that one. We'll break the shield with Zeldris there. Unfortunately not getting the cleave effect off. Can Rugal 1-tap? If you can get a crit, I'm fairly confident. Just shy as well. I mean, unfortunate. There's no way, if he's 6'6", there's no way either of these tank. Even type disadvantage for Escanor. His ultimate just absolutely wipes, and when I say that Holy Relic with the tuxedo looks so goddamn nice, I might have to get it just for that purpose. And there's Rugal and there is Zeldris. There we go, and that just about does it for today's video. I mean, hey, super fun one. I had a whole bunch of fun with this team. I know you guys know I really like those fast kind of paced matches. Super bursty teams. I ended up doing the same name rule with the Gotha, and that video just ended up going for so long. I only did like 5 matches, and it was still 30 minutes. Just all these kind of units are more fun units in my opinion. Trueseeker, Merlin, Kyo, all that kind of stuff, Ludo. All in my top, 5 favorite PvP units. But hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.